Welcome to DNW by Karuna. Today, we are breaking down a major geopolitical flashpoint that is impacting oil markets, stock markets, and potentially global peace. The rising tensions between and are we heading towards conflict? What does this mean for energy prices, stock markets, and you? Let's dive in. Today, we are breaking down a major geo. What's happening right now? Over the last week, diplomatic talks between the US and Iran have been unfolding in Geneva, mediated by third parties, while both sides reported some agreements on guiding principles. No breakthrough deal was reached, keeping tensions elevated. Meanwhile, US forces are reportedly preparing for potential action, with military posturing increasing and around Iran, including naval developments and drills. Even some governments are urging their citizens to leave Iran amid concerns of escalation. Why this matters globally? You might be wondering, why should this matter to us? First, this region is critically important for global energy flows. Nearly 20% of the world's oil supply moves through the Strait of Hormuz, a narrow choke point that Iran has threatened before. Second, politically instability in the Middle East instantly affects oil prices and energy costs worldwide. Oil prices and market reaction. Let's look at the financial impact. Brent crude has jumped close to a 6-month high as a trader prices in the risk of conflict. West Texas Intermediate crude is also sharply up. These rallies are tied to fear that even a limited military confrontation could disrupt supplies or block the Hormuz route, which would instantly tighten up supply. Now, you may have also seen short-term dips when there was a hope of diplomatic progress, showing how volatility affects market right now. But markets aren't just moving in energy. Global bourses, including Middle East indices, have slumped over fears of escalation, and in India, stock markets saw sharp drops tied directly to these tensions and upward pressure on imported energy costs. Imagine petrol pricing rising at home. That's very real when crude shoots higher. A quick breakdown: threat versus diplomacy. So, what are the key forces driving this situation? Diplomacy. Nuclear talks in Geneva aim to de escalate, with both sides claiming limited progress. Military posturing. Deployment and exercise suggest both sides want to maintain leverage on the ground. This tug of war is what keeping markets nervous, because a diplomatic breakthrough could calm prices while an escalation could send them soaring again. Fact: even the possibility of conflict pushes oil price volatility. Traders don't wait for actual events before reacting. What happens next? Experts generally see 3 possible scenarios. Diplomacy wins, talks continue, tension ease, oil prices stable, markets recover. Stalemate persists, prices stay volatile, markets jittery, but no major conflict. Escalation, limited strikes or open conflict. Supply disrupt, oil could spike sharply. The world saw this pattern before. Even rumors of a blocked Hormuz have pushed crude prices 10 to 20% higher. If things go south, inflation, fuel prices, and global supply chains could feel the shock. how this affects you. Okay, so why you should care, especially if you are not into geopolitics. Petrol and diesel prices in your country can rise, consumer inflation can accelerate, stock market volatility could hit pensions, mutual funds, and savings. Even if you are not trader, these touches lives, from travel costs to grocery bills. Call to action. So there you have it. A full breakdown of US Iran situation, what's pushing markets and what could happen next. If you want updates as this story unfolds, hit subscribe and click the bell icon. Comment below. Do you think diplomacy will hold or are we heading towards open conflict? Let's discuss.